Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. We are probably enjoying what will be the best day of the week, at least into the first part of Friday, because we have a fair amount of sunshine. However, we're already starting to see some clouds that are offshore that are going to begin, and to the north, that are going to be backing in to the southwest. And this is because we have an onshore flow that is going to be setting up for the next couple of days. And this is all ahead of the next storm system that is going to be bringing rain here for tomorrow, some patchy light rain tomorrow into early Wednesday, at least for the coast and areas to maybe about the New Jersey-Pennsylvania state line. And then after that, to the west of there and to the south of there, it's just going to be more clouds than anything else. So as we take a look at some of the rainfall amounts that we're seeing through Wednesday evening, it's going to be on the light side. We're talking about over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday on the order of a tenth of an inch or less. This is just going to be some patchy light rain or drizzle that will be moving in from time to time from off the ocean, and that's about it. The more significant rain is going to come on Thursday, and that's because we have another storm that is headed for the Great Lakes. The radar this morning is fairly silent. There's not much happening here at all in the east and the northeast down into the mid-Atlantic states. You're seeing action even remaining mostly dry through the southeast, a little bit of ground clutter there showing up in parts of South Carolina. The other issue today is out in the west, where in the Rockies, where we've got the first of 2 rounds of moderate to heavy snow that are occurring over Colorado, and to the south we've got a little bit of some snow in northern New Mexico in the higher elevations, and this system is going to be shooting out to the northeast. There's a second system that is going to be in play when we head off into Thursday, and you can see on the satellite, on the U.S. satellite loop, the clouds offshore, they're backing southwestward. Low pressure from yesterday redeveloped right over southeastern New England and headed out to the east. We got the heavy rain from that. And now we're starting to see these clouds that are backing southwestward into just about to here. And we're going to see this continue to back southwestward during today and tonight. Meanwhile, here's our system that is in the Rockies, and then here's the next one. And this is going to be the one that I think is going to wind up becoming a rather important storm as it heads up toward the Great Lakes. The water vapor imagery this morning, this is at the higher levels of the atmosphere, so the high levels are dry, so we're not really looking for too much. But I just want to point out on this loop here, when it starts moving, that you see a couple of things. First off, you've got that lead trough that is running down into Colorado and New Mexico, and then to the north of that, you start to see the motion is a little tough to see here, but there's another trough that's dropping into the northwest. Now, one of the features in this particular system, much like the last one, is that it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a tropical connection. Now, you've got this area here in the northwestern Gulf of Mexico, and if you follow just the general look of the flow, the storm track is going to be pretty much the same as the last one, where we're going to run up below over to the Great Lakes. That's where the trough is, and the ridge is off the east coast. So we're getting a southwest or a west-southwest flow for a good part of this week. So eventually that loads up with a considerable amount of moisture. So if we look at the GFS rainfall for this week, it looks like it could be another inch to inch and a half of rainfall and some 2-inch plus amounts as you go to the west. This system's going to wind up, I think, tracking a bit further to the north than the last one did. So that might cut the rainfall amounts down a little bit as you go south. But as you run north, they're going to pick up. So it looks like some more heavy rain for interior Pennsylvania and on up into New England. Also back through parts of Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, getting into some of that heavy rain. Might even be some thunderstorms to deal with when this is all said and done. So bottom line is that whatever nice weather we have today, you see that coastal low is moving southeastward, and then you've got this high building up near Nova Scotia, and we've got the onshore flow that sets up for Tuesday and for Wednesday. The first system, this is your onshore flow around this high that's up to the north, and here's that first system that moves out and brings a little bit of snow to Iowa and Wisconsin. You've got that Gulf moisture setting up here. And then as we run through the latter part of the week, Wednesday's going to be another day with cloudy skies and some light rain or drizzle. And then we're going to get that tropical moisture to come up and bring in a surge of rain here early Thursday morning. The warm front looks like it wants to go by. And then you have that strong low in the eastern lakes that strengthens as it moves northeastward. And then we get into some heavier rain Thursday night into early Friday morning. After that, it looks like we're going to have some colder air coming in for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to cover much of the eastern part of the United States. So one last thing to look at, let's look at temperatures with regards to today. Probably not going to see temperatures climb too much where there's some cloud cover issues, so that would be mostly to the north and east. But I think everybody should get into the 60s. You see upper 50s to low 60s from New York City north and east, and mid to upper 60s from New York City south and west. Tuesday, with that onshore flow dominating everywhere, it's mostly lower to middle 60s as you go further south. We'll take it up a notch on Wednesday, but this is going to hinge on that flow from off the ocean. So you're looking at mostly 60s to a few spots touching 70, possibly. I'm not 100% sold on that. And then as we head into Thursday, so this is when we're going to start to see that warm front come up and rounds of rain. Then we'll see temperatures mostly in the 60s. And then here comes that colder air, a little bit of leftover air on Friday, so we're still in the upper 50s and low 60s, but by the time we get to Saturday and for Sunday, this is when it really gets cool. Temperatures are going to be topping out mostly in the low to mid 50s, and we'll probably have nighttime lows in the 30s to low 40s. So we'll wrap it up here for Weather in 5. Went a little bit longer today. We'll have our regular YouTube live stream tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. Of course, you can check all the latest weather information on the free meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, which you can download on Google Play or on the App Store. And don't forget to also, if you've got an Android device, to download Angry Ben's weather app, the Angry Weatherman. So you're covered on both ends. In case I've got some issues, you can always look at his, since Ben does work for me. So it's all good. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. So have a great day, and we will see you a little bit later on our live stream on YouTube tonight at 7 o'clock.